Alright, so this is basically just a little PSA for future beta owners or current beta owners. Please make sure you do your research before you bring a fish home. If you did bring one home and didn't do your research, please do it now. My videos are not going to give you absolutely everything you need to know, and it is definitely recommended that you still do your own research. Under no circumstances, unless it's for like quarantine or really temporary, do I suggest a half-gallon tank. I have one that's nice for pictures because they can't really move much, but that's the only reason that you should have one. Please, please, please do research, and more than this, beta can live 3 to 5 years when taken care of properly, and why not give your fish that? If you buy an animal, I believe wholeheartedly that you should be able to take that responsibility. If it's too much money for you, then you should have looked in that before. There is no excuse for, oh, I don't have the money to get a heater. Then you're going to have to save up and buy one. I believe as a caretaker of animals that you need to be able to take care of them. Animals cannot speak for themselves, and in a pet environment they can also not care for themselves. They cannot tell you what they need, they cannot tell you what they're feeling, and you have to be able to provide that for them. They're like a child. I mean, a fish is not the same importance as a child. I am not insinuating that. It's still a fish, but it is a pet, and it is under your care, and it is your responsibility to give them the best care that you can provide. This does not mean you need to go out and run out and get a 10-gallon tank full of live plants and everything. This is just a 2 or 2.5 gallon tank with a couple of fake plants, a cave, and a heater. But you should want to give your beta as much as possible. This can be a very expensive hobby. I recommend to definitely price out everything that you need first before you commit to buying a beta fish. It can be expensive, but you can get cheaper things, you can find deals. Just please do all your fish a favor, and all the fish in the world a favor, and do your research before you bring something home. This is the biggest thing, and I cannot stress that enough. And it really angers me when people buy an animal and then cannot care for it properly. There's a proper way to do things. Everyone does things a little bit different. Some of the things I said can be a little bit different than what from somebody else says, but the general needs are the general needs, and you cannot change that. This is known from years of people keeping. I've learned from many other people and from my own mistakes, which, believe me, I have made, and you will make mistakes. That does not mean you're a bad fish owner. There was a time I bought some silicone from the store to make a cave, and it turned out to be the wrong kind, and the fish that was in the tank did pass. But it was a mistake, and all I wanted was the best for the fish. And I know better now that you are going to make mistakes, and there are going to be problems. But that is different than having the best interest of the fish at heart. So please, do your research.